Have you thought about what might happen if you were willing to engage in the grieving process? It's something that a lot of people avoid, even when we're talking about grieving the loss of someone they cared about. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about grieving losses in general. Losses that you probably don't even recognize in some circumstances, but hold you back. One of those most important ones is when you have a need from somebody, a need for caring, respect, a need for support that they are unwilling or unable to meet. It's a valid need that you have from them. So it's not just going to go away, but they're not going to change and give you what you need. That's a loss. It's important to recognize that and grieve that process. Once you grieve that, you can perhaps learn to move on without harboring so much pent-up emotion around that situation. Another time when grieving is really important is when you have to let go of some potential future that you had really been hoping for. It might seem like a silly example, but I played in punk rock bands all through college and into graduate school. And in my second year of graduate school, I realized I could no longer do that and still become a psychologist. I had too much demand on my time. So I had to tell my bandmates, I'm sorry, I'm done, I can't practice anymore, and I put my guitars in the closet. That was a loss. Yeah, I didn't ever think I was going to be a rock star, but I had a dream that I wanted to play music, and I had to let go of that. Right? I had to grieve that loss. Once I did, it allowed me to throw myself fully into being a psychologist and committing my time to that. If I had not gone through the grief process, I would always have this sore spot inside of me, my unfulfilled future desire of being a rock star of some sort. So I needed to grieve that loss. Another time that you might need to grieve the loss is when you break up with somebody. You had an imagined future with them that's no longer possible anymore. You need to grieve that loss as well. These losses are real. These are not imagined things where you're making a mountain out of a molehill. These are very important, central to yourself things. And when you lose out on that, or the possibility of that, you have to grieve that loss. It's the only thing that lets you move forward.